Hello everyone. So you guys, in this video we're going to be seeing the types of chemical reactions. So you might be wondering where can we watch the rest of the videos. So the rest of the videos have already been uploaded in YouTube. Go and check out the playlist in our channel. So first, now there are already two parts are over. So this is the third part. We're going to be seeing about the introduction of types of chemical reactions, and we'll also be seeing about the combination reaction, and the other videos we'll be seeing about all the redox reactions, displacement reaction, decomposition reaction, double displacement reaction. All of this seems to be confusing, but it's the easiest ever if you understand. So take your pens, take your notebooks, take your notes book or anything. Let's get started. All the points that I've highlighted are very important, so yeah, let's get started. All right. Okay, so the first thing is that during a chemical reaction, atoms of one element do not change into those of another element, nor do atoms disappear from the mixture or appear from elsewhere. Actually, chemical reactions involve breaking and making bonds between atoms to produce new substances. So pretty much what they're telling here is that during a chemical reaction, atoms of one element, so there is one particular element, this element will not change into those of another element. So during a chemical reactions, an atom of one element will not change into an atom of another element. This is pretty much what they're telling in this line. So the atoms won't disappear, right? They won't disappear from the mixture to somewhere else, so they won't disappear from somewhere from the mixture. And actually, chemical reactions involve breaking and making bonds between atoms to produce substances. So obviously, chemical reactions itself means it will break, and it obviously involves breaking and making bonds between atoms to produce the newer substance. Yeah. So now this is pretty much a little introduction of the chemical reaction. Now let's see if the first type, which is very interesting, this is very important. Every single thing of this is the main theory part of this. And yeah, so first, obviously, let's see what's the combination reaction. Okay, so here there is a formation of slaked lime by the reaction of calcium oxide with water. So this is the slaked lime. So what do you mean by slaked lime? So it's used for whitewashing the walls. It gives the walls, like, pretty much it has a shiny surface, right, after the painting and all of that. So it's because of the slaked lime, which is quick lime. It's also called as quick lime. So this is an example of temperature of chemical reaction. So if they ask you can tell this example. So that is calcium oxide. When this calcium oxide, it's kind of a powder. Let's imagine it's kind of a powder. When this powder, it mixes into water. Okay, water is liquid, right? So when this mixes into water, we will get, what do we get? Slaked lime. Okay, remember this equation, and when you mix them together, I think you would have done the activity of POP, that is plaster of Paris. When you mix it with water, you can see that the mixture will be kind of hot. This will also produce heat. Okay, so from this example, what do you think the combination reaction is? If you have guessed it, good job. So let us see what is it. In this reaction, calcium oxide and water combine to form a single product. So what happens here? In this reaction, calcium oxide and water, they combine. It's a combination reaction, right? So calcium oxide and water, they combine to form a single product. Okay, calcium hydroxide. Calcium oxide and water, calcium hydroxide. Okay, when this and this will result in this, it will form into calcium hydroxide. So such a reaction in which a single product is formed from two or more reactants is known as a combination reaction. Let me simplify this for you. So in a reaction, when there's a single product, let's say that this is product number A. When this product is formed by two other reactants, just the product, there are two other reactants which are there to form this particular product. Okay, two or more, they can be like even 7 reactants to form this one particular product. Okay, that is known as a combination reaction. So again, I'm telling, such a reaction in which a single product is formed when we combine two or more reactants is known as combination reaction. So what is mixed to make a single product? Two or more reactants. By reactants, it can even be elements, or it can even be compounds. So this is a basic understanding of this particular thing. So I mean this particular example. Now let's see a little more detailedly. Now let us see few of the examples. So one of the example of combination reaction is burning of coal. Coal is normally carbon, right? So carbon plus oxygen. When we burn carbon, it reacts with oxygen. When it reacts with oxygen, so carbon is a solid and it reacts with oxygen, which is a gas. So when these combine, we will get CO2. So this is an example of combination reaction. Another example is water. When hydrogen and oxygen combine, we will get H2O, right? So pretty much very simply we can say that that is 2H2, which is this is an balanced equation. So yeah, we saw that examples of burning carbon, and we saw example of formation of water. Okay. So now let us see what are called a combination reaction. What is a combination reaction to be particular? So these are all definitions, right? This and all these parts are definitions. So when two or more substances or elements or compounds combine to form a single product or reactions, then that reaction is known as a combination. We already saw. I'm again saying when two or more substances or elements or compounds. Substances means it can either be elements or compounds. When they combine to form a single product, the reaction is called as a combination reaction. So we observed that the amount of heat is evolved, and this makes the reaction mixture warm. So this makes the mixture warm, right? We saw that example of quicklime, right? That makes the reaction warm. So that is the main reason that is this can be an example of combination reaction, as well as it's an exothermic reaction. So what do you mean by an exothermic reaction? So we saw that when we mix the quicklime with water, it gets a slaked lime. We get slaked lime, right? In that slaked lime, when we mix it with water, we can see that there is an evolution of heat. So that is the reason of that is pretty much what is an exothermic reaction. So reactions in which heat is released along with the formation of products are called as exothermic reactions. So pretty much reactions in which heat is released along with the formation of products are called as exothermic reactions. So pretty much when heat is evolved in the formation of products, heat is released. When heat is released in the along with the formation of products, it is known as an exothermic reaction. Exothermic chemical reaction. So I am telling reactions in which heat is released along with the formation of products are called exothermic reactions. Now let's see two examples of exothermic reaction. One of them is burning of natural gas. You have to remember this one. And another thing is, do you know that respiration is an exothermic process? We all know that we need energy to stay alive, and we get this energy through from food that we eat, right? So during the process of digestion, food is broken down into simpler substances. For example, rice, potatoes, bread, they all contain carbohydrates. These carbohydrates will be broken down into glucose, and this will combine with oxygen in our cell and provides energy to the special name of this particular reaction is respiration. We will be learning about this in our further chapters. Okay, so I'm again telling we need energy to stay alive. We get this energy in the form of food that we eat. So during the process of digestion, what will happen? Rice, potatoes, for example, the rice, potatoes, bread, they all contain carbohydrates. These will be broken down in the form of glucose. And these glucose, when these combine with oxygen in our cells in our body, this will give energy to us. Okay, so this special name is respiration. You should also remember this particular equation. Alright, so now we are here. The decomposition of vegetable matter into compost is also an example of exothermic reaction, because there is some kind of energy that is used in here, right? So that is also an exothermic reaction. Identify the type of reaction taking place in activity 1.1 where heat is given out along with the formation of a single product. This is our 1.1 when we mix magnesium. When we burn magnesium, it reacts with oxygen around it, and this will give the product which is magnesium oxide. So here heat is obviously used, there is heat energy which is produced, so this is also an exothermic reaction. We can obviously say that burning of magnesium, a lot of energy is produced, hence it is an exothermic reaction. Okay, Mg plus O2 is MgO. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you watch the next part. Bye.